the basis of this particular unit in the under the heading vector calculus, what we are going to study, this is what it forms the foundation. Vector differentiation will form the foundation for discussing about the vector calculus. As I have told you prior to this also, that in vector calculus we will be discussing about the vector differentiation as well as the vector integration. And for that, we will be first knowing or learning about vector differentiation. So up till now, it was all mathematical portion wherein we are talking about the scalar product of vectors, vector product of vectors, and so on. But now we are interested in discussing about the vector differentiation. And we all know that in a calculus, when a derivative is taken or when the derivative exists, it is particularly for a function. So in this particular juncture or at this point, we will be knowing about or we will be discussing about the scalar point function and the vector point function. See, there might be two different kind of functions. One can be a scalar quantity and another can be a vector quantity. So namely, we will be calling them as a scalar point function and vector point function respectively, so as to get the further clarification regarding the derivative of that particular functions with regard to the region in a particular space. So herein we consider any region, say R, and a particular point is assigned a value. Depending on the nature of that particular value, we can distinguish between or bifurcate between scalar point function and vector point function. So what do we understand by scalar point function? It is a function that assigns a real number. Real number means a scalar quantity to each point of some region in a space. If this is a particular point, it is assigned a real number or a scalar quantity lying in this particular region of a space. Then if to each point xyz of a region R is assigned a real number u is equal to phi of xyz, then phi is a scalar point function. This scalar point function, when defined over some region, is called scalar field. If any point of a region in the space is assigned a real number or a scalar, say real number is u is equal to phi of xyz, then that particular point is called as scalar point function. The whole region is called as scalar field. On the contrary, vice versa, how we define the vector point function? It assigns a vector to each point of some region R in a space denoted by f bar. Then this f bar is called vector point function and whole region is defined as vector field. I told you prior to this also, the major difference between a scalar and a vector will be scalar quantity will always be free from ijk, wherein vector quantity will involve the unit component vectors I, j, k. So therefore, a particular point is assigned a vector value. How is the vector value given? Denoted by f bar in that particular region. So therefore, we say this particular point as vector point function and the field or the region will be called as vector field. So once after defining this particular vector point function and scalar point function, we now try to switch over or try to define the value of the derivative. So for that, we take the help of the position vector. How you define the position vector? Position vector is usually defined by taking the distance of any point with origin or with point of reference given by O. Suppose you have this particular point as origin O, any point P having the coordinates as xyz, this particular vector will be known as r bar. R bar is nothing but the position vector for the distance OP bar. This point P is displaced from one point to the other, then that particular distance will be called as r plus delta r. Why? Because there has been certain movement from position r to a new position with certain increment, and therefore it is considered as r plus delta r. But initially at this juncture, the point was taken as point T. Obviously, with the increment in the time also, that can be increased with the delta T factor. So the new time what we are able to see over there is T plus delta T. Usually the rate of change or the movement is considered with the parameter T, and therefore I consider this particular figure. The tangent to this particular curve will nothing but be the derivative of this position vector. So let O be the origin and P be the position of a moving particle at time t. Let O be the origin and P be the position of a moving particle at time t. OP bar is equal to R bar. Then Q will be the position of a particle at time t plus delta t, having the coordinate as r plus delta r in the position vector form. So dr bar by dt is a vector in the direction of the tangent at P, known as derivative of vector function r bar with respect to the scalar t. Got this point? So dr bar by dt will nothing but be the vector in the direction of the tangent at P, which is called as derivative of this position vector function r bar with respect to t. We know that rate of change of displacement is velocity and rate of change of velocity is termed as acceleration. These are to happen in a particular direction, and therefore velocity as well as acceleration are to be considered as vector quantities. So likewise, we now try to define various fundamental theorems related to the differentiation for the vectors. So what are the different formulae for differentiation? Suppose there is a combination of A bar and B bar. A bar plus minus B bar, its derivative is taken with respect to the time parameter t. It will be given as dA upon dt plus minus dB upon dt. A bar dot B bar, dot product of two vectors and derivative is taken. A first into, product rule says that first into derivative of second plus second into derivative of the first. So it is A bar dot dB by dt plus dA by dt dot B. D by dt of A bar cross B bar. A cross dB by dt plus dA by dt cross B bar. D by dt of lambda A bar. Lambda A bar mein lambda is constant. Take it outside, derivative of A bar. Plus A outside, derivative of lambda with respect to t. If A bar is a constant vector, what is lambda over here? Lambda is nothing but a scalar point function. If A bar is a constant vector, then derivative of that constant vector is going to be 0. So if A bar is a constant vector, then dA bar by dt is equal to 0. From this philosophy, we try to derive the concept or the definition of velocity and acceleration. So let the vector function be decomposed as r bar is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. What is actually x? X is nothing but x of t. What is y? Y of t. They are nothing but the function of parameter t. So r bar is a position vector by default defined as x of t I bar plus y of t j bar plus z of t k bar, which is the position vector of point P, where x, y, z are scalar functions of parameter t and are components of R along coordinate axis with I, j and k as unit vectors along them. Then the velocity vector is given by v bar is equal to dr bar by dt, which is dx by dt I dy by dt j, dz by dt k, and a bar is d2r by dt square, which is equal to d2x by dt square I plus d2y by dt square j plus d2z by dt square k, which represents the acceleration vector. Dr bar by dt is nothing but velocity. Derivative of this velocity, that means second derivative of dr bar by dt, d2r by dt square will represent the acceleration vector. So x, y, z are nothing but functions of parameter t. Appropriately, we take the differentiation and get the answer. There are certain various points which are associated, keeping in mind to solve